Hey everybody, welcome back. I want to do a product review for you guys. So right here I have my Blauer Armorskin suspender system, right? So this is what you can use for your war belt, patrol belt, what have you, whether you're in law enforcement, high-end security, militia, whatever. If you're wearing any kind of tactical belt or war belt, patrol belt, you know that puts a lot of pressure on your lower back. And so for me, professionally, I've been using a war belt or patrol belt since I was 18 years old, right? So this is something I've been doing my entire life. So you can definitely get pressure on your lower back area. I highly recommend you guys to obviously do stretching and core work and build up your lower back. But I mean, you have, any kind of war belt on for 12-hour days, if you have 12-hour shifts, up to 16, 18-hour days. I mean, we just have those days sometimes. So having something to alleviate the pressure on the lower back, especially since I've been doing this for so many years at this point, when you've been doing it since you're 18 and you're in your 30s, you're gonna have some back pain, right? So with this system, essentially, and it has the padding right here, you put it on and you clip it into your keepers. Now, what I like about this system, right, and I'm doing this all rudimentary for you, you see that right there? It has a wide enough space where you can put your own keepers, right, your own belt keepers. So a lot of the ones I've seen have Velcro that you Velcro around your belt. I haven't seen a whole lot of good reviews, and I would understand why those wouldn't be the best systems, because the Velcro will break off. So this doesn't depend on its own Velcro. This works directly, coincides with your keepers that you already use. So meaning whatever belt system you already have, it's going to work in conjunction with the belt system that you currently already use, right? So any kind of keepers you already use for your belt, your war belt, this is going to clip on just fine, right? So that's what I like about that. What I don't like, but I haven't had any problems with yet, thank goodness, this is hard plastic, right? Now, if this was a metal buckle, I mean, solid. I mean, it's solid now. I've used this on patrols, work, haven't had any issues with it. But it is plastic, so, I mean, it can break. I haven't had any issues. I'm sure there are people that have had issues. Mine have worked fine, but I am going to be looking at options just to replace this with an all-metal buckle, which should be pretty easy to do. You connect this with a metal buckle, you're fine. This armor skin webbing here, I mean, it looks like a seatbelt, and it's as strong as a seatbelt, so it's not coming off you. This is the weakest point, and I haven't had any issues yet. So big pros, like I said, I can implement this system directly on my war belt using the gear and keepers that I already have. So if you already have a gear belt, war belt setup, this is going to work in conjunction. No worries, no problems. I like the padding on top. This is great because it can go over a uniform, whether you have one of those button ones, or you have some kind of BDU top or something like that. If you're doing training and you're depending on what you're doing, like I said, law enforcement, militia, high-end security. I mean, pretty much anybody that's going to be wearing a war belt, this is going to work directly with the gear you already have. So you can put it over, a vest system like I had here. You can put it over, or you can put it under, as long as you can access the belt. Like I said, no issues. So if you have an outer carrier, right, you can put this on, connect it to your war belt, and put the outer carrier on. Or if you have just a normal button-up uniform or a polo type uniform with your body armor right here like this, you can just put it directly on and clip in. So that's what I like. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you a belt system that I have lying around and show you how it works and how it looks. So let's take a look at my belt system that I have here. So this is a typical patrol setup that you would see for law enforcement, for example. So this belt is the standard 2.25 inch belt width belt webbing, but like I said, it doesn't really matter because whatever you're clipping into is what you're going to use here. So whatever trapper keepers you have, this could be a 4-inch belt. It doesn't matter because it'll clip directly into your trapper keeper. So this is the setup I'm going to use so I can kind of show you. But like I said, this is just your standard 2.25 inch belt. Alrighty guys, so we're going to move into the bathroom here, but as you can see, I have it clipped into the back here, just like that, and I'm using the trapper keepers I would normally use, right? So it has a good look on the back, it's evenly distributed, and so I'm clipped into the back, and now I'm going to show you the front. And now I'm going to show you the front. So I'm going to run this through the trapper keeper just like this, and I'm doing this one-handed, and like most of us that put something like this on every single day, it's pretty easy to do. That size clipped in, so we're going to clip fully in and we're going to take a look at this thing. So as you can see here, we're fully clipped in, and it takes, like I said, this is an amazing system. It literally takes the pressure off my lower back and distributes it really good on my shoulders, okay? And even from the side setup, like I said, this is just a really good belted system. It feels great. Like I said, it's night and day different. So those of you that have lower back issues or are concerned about your hips and your lower back, I mean, this has been a lifesaver. This has been life-changing. And I know a lot of old school guys swear by it, and I wasn't sure until I actually did it for myself, and I couldn't be more impressed. So I can say, after having worn this for a little while now, I've done some 18-hour days when you're, being active and running around all over the place. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. So I highly encourage you guys to at least look at it and come up with your own conclusions, obviously. But for me, it does great with distributing the weight. It's really soft on the shoulders. And like I said, I can clip in directly to my war belt using my trapper keepers. I don't have to worry about Velcros or anything like this. I can go directly into my already set up system. So there you guys have it. I mean, overall, it's great. Like I said before, you can put this on and then put your outer carrier on. So if you had no vest, you could put this on directly, then put on your outer carrier where you would have some more gear distributed. Or, like I said, if you're doing a traditional setup where, you have your uniform and you're wearing all the gear around your hips, you can put this over that directly and it doesn't interfere with anything. So however you want to use it, like I said, it'll work with any belt system you have, whether you're doing it for, like I said, law enforcement, executive protection, high risk executive protection applications, militia applications, any application where you, like I said, you're going to have a war belt on or something like that. This is going to go and it's going to work great with the system. I like the fact that the material is very strong, right? That seatbelt material, it has the padding at top. And like I said, I like the fact that it's just going to clip in directly with the gear that I'm already using. I can't stress that enough. That was a huge reason for me to even try it out. And like I said, I've been using it for a while now, and now I understand why the old timers were really big on the suspension systems and equipment, because they ultimately they do work well. So regardless if you're just sitting in a patrol vehicle for long periods of time, or you're actively running around, hiking, looking for somebody or something or whatever, out and about, it's going to be great. Like I said, it really takes the pressure off that lower back. The first day I put it on and I tried it out, I knew I was going to be using it forever. So hope you guys like the product review. Like I said, I'm not sponsored or supported by anybody. It's just, I'm just a rugged homesteader type man. And if I find a piece of geared equipment that works, I want to share it with you guys. And I want to give you guys the best review and best information possible for you to make your own decisions. Like I said before, I'm only going to show you guys stuff that I use every day and that works for me and helps for me. Like I said, I've been doing this since, I was 18 years old. So, my back is important to me. Being able to take care of my back is important. And so, like I said, I know that when I was searching for a solution, I was kind of looking for a product review, and I didn't find anything out there that was really helpful. So I kind of went on this with some blind faith. But like I said, I'm glad I have it. And just any suspension system that you think will work, look at those things. Like I said, for me, it's really important to be able to plug into any belt system I have, because I have other belt systems that I use for different applications, right? If I'm doing executive protection, for example, I'm going to have a certain belt system versus if I'm wearing an outer carrier versus if I'm wearing just normal patrol equipment, a normal patrol belt. So it works for all the different applications that I have and I have used throughout my career. So it's very helpful. So like I said, I wanted to kind of give you guys some insight, because I know I can't be the only person out there that has pain in their lower back and is looking for relief. And so take a look at those systems, see what else is out there. But for those of you that are kind of on the fence with should I do a suspension system, a suspender system, I can tell you, for me, it's been it's been night and day different, and I'm really glad I did it. So do your research, take a look at what's out there, and as always, guys, long live the Republic.